Hey, girl. Hey, Delali. As Scarlet, my girl. So for some background, hello everyone. For some background, this picture I'm using, it's actually a little baby froglet I found in a pond in a park near my house. Well, it wasn't even a pond; it was more like a puddle. Anyways, yeah, it's a little. There's just little frogs and little tadpoles. Pew pew. Hey, Euro. Hello, everyone. It's been a while since I've been on, since I've streamed. Uh, Sorry if my voice sounds a little. Oh, I wish that were my frog. I found it outside, Rhoda. It was just a little baby, because it's still got the little mini meatball. Now, meatball, I'll have to find some pictures when I first got. Sexy little thing in the pond. I have to find pictures from when Meatball was oh, it's low? Hold on. How's that? Is that better? Be careful, make sure that cocksucking baby Yoda's not around. Oh, it's good to be back. I haven't been around in such a long time because believe it or not, I'm actually back on my school campus, which I think it's kind of bullshit. I understand that life kind of does have to continue, but at the same time, I'm high risk, so no. Oh, thanks, Euro. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm slowly getting there. It's me or the frog, Squeak. Hi, Andy. Uh, so yeah, this is just a frog I found outside. It was really cute. If my frog knowledge is correct, I think it's a pickerel frog, but it's a baby, so it's hard to tell. But yeah, I'm taking after my mom and I'm having trouble sleeping, so I was literally just lying in bed listening to Mr. Cybersqueak just kind of go. And I was like, you know what? I want to live stream. I wanted to live stream earlier, but Clawba was live streaming, so I didn't want to interrupt on that. Do you like my frog more or my turtle more? uh, yeah, I. That's the thing though. I don't want to go back. I don't want to be back on campus, but I kind of don't have a choice because I'm on government assistance for my schooling. I have federal loans. And the solution that my campus has for, hey, if you're uncomfortable with coming back to COVID due to COVID, just quit your schooling and come back when it's done. And I'm like, that's a really, really awful way of handling it. Really awful. Um, I mean, we have wellness checks before we come into the building. Excuse me. We have well, obviously we have to wear masks. Which is kind of awful in a kitchen, but we uh we have to fill out a form on our phones that basically says, "Hey, I don't have COVID symptoms, so just don't kiss it. We don't need another Lord or Lauren." Those frogs seldom turn into princes. Speaking of that situation, I did want to just say that everybody that was affected by the Jordan situation, I'm very sorry that happened to you, and just know that the entire community is here for you, and I'm proud of you. I'm very proud of you. I'll be the teacup mom for a minute and just say that I'm really proud of all of you for just doing your best and putting out the content that you can and just being really good people. I teacup recipes. Stay safe anytime you're on campus. Thank you, Andy. Yeah, I luckily my class size is small. Um, I'm glad that I already finished college. People that I know still study at my college have said that the remote classes are shit. Yeah, I was out of school for 3 months, Omega, and it's bad. Like we were doing like menu planning and nutrition because we couldn't do hands-on stuff obviously because we were at home. It was just it was oof. I don't I don't know how oh, thanks, you're making me blush. Yeah, I don't know how they would have continued with campus closed, but I guess that's why they opened my campus back up since I go to like a trade school. Indeed. Talking about some students go on some days and some go on others here. That's what they do for my school. Um, so I go at night. I've heard that the day students they have like A day, B days, where it's like A day they come to school, B day they stay home. But since there's so few students in the building at night, I have the privilege of driving all the way down to my campus because I live like an hour from my campus every day, which that's fun. But me and the Mister are looking for other housing options. I haven't finished puking yet. It's so gross. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the drive too much. I've seen enough gross dinks. I don't need to see any more dinks if they're in there. Place of work is also open to the public, and I argue it is an essential, so I feel bad for anyone coming and possibly escaping themselves to COVID. Oh, hi, Amanda James. Yeah, that's the thing off the verge. There kind of needs to be a balance, and it's just there's no easy way of handling all this right now. Are you not are you not a driver at night? Oh my god. Yeah, sorry if my voice sounds a little weird right now. It's just cuz usually once the day kind of winds down, my voice just completely My country was obsessed with getting the professional sports up and running again. We've done okay out of it, but I mean priorities right. Yeah, I don't even know what we're doing. Like obviously we can all agree the US has kind of handled this kind of shitty, but it's just more a D the ink. Don't look at the drive. Yeah, I looked like I when Mini Syllables posted her video, I I clicked on the drive. All I saw was like a picture of like deviled eggs, mac and cheese, meatballs, and then and then like Jordan's legs, like his bare legs, just like hanging out in the in the chair. uh, you sound a lot like your sweet bomb right now. Aw, thank you. Cope with Dan Allen dick pic, but Jordan is worse. Hey, Whoopie Pie. It's been pretty insane. I mean, luckily, luckily the state I live in, people for the most part have been following mask guidelines. Like we just opened up indoor eating, and it's been like for the most part people are wearing masks, but then there are of course people who are like, well, I'm about to sit down and eat, so I'm just going to take my mask off while I order, and I'm like, okay. It's disgusting, just as bad as just about as bad as Lorne Lynn. Him being taken down to my mac and cheese is poetic. Hey, Gorilla Spawn! Precious little princess. I do actually have a Lauren call queued up here, but I missed you so much. There's coupon semen and bad penmanship. Ooh. I don't know, I kind of do want to look at it now. I always found Lauren a creep, but I didn't want to say anything because I could be considered an asshole. I kind of am, but that's why I didn't. Omega, that's the thing though, like, I wouldn't blame yourself because the consensus from what I've heard is, a lot of people were kind of afraid to step out of their comfort zone when it came to confronting a community member because we're all so close to each other. Excuse me. And like, nobody wanted to be seen as an asshole, and we all kind of quote like stupid Lauren quotes to each other anyways, so it could be seen that we all talk to each other in ways like that. We opened up the 1st of June. Now we're one of the states where COVID is running rampant. We're in like I think we're at like reduced capacity right now, but like masks and stuff are still required. I Who knows? It's like there's state guidelines here, and then each county still has like its own way of doing things. Which of course, the county that I'm from, which is currently where well, the one that I grew up, the county that I grew up in, I should say, which is the one where my mom is living in, like I can tell that they're just like, no, we gotta open everything up right now, because they're just that kind of county. Yeah, I supported that ass swipe too. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you guys have seen me say stuff on Discord because I'm fairly active on there. I wouldn't blame any of like yourself for any of this stuff. Like it it's fairly clear that that Lauren was just kind of a manipulator in terms of people's feelings in the community. I just thought he was unfunny and insincere. I didn't get the creep vibe because I thought he was just joking, acting like Lauren. Yeah. I almost nuked the channel when I found out. I didn't want my channel to be tainted by his bullshit. Oh, I would have been really sad if you did that TCAP recipes. Precious little princess. How are my mini syllables doing? Oh no, I missed live streaming though. I've just been really busy because we've been having to do like a lot of catch up work for the stuff that we missed. Found a nice rendition of the song Creep because of the expose video. I've had 2 people threaten my life for asking them to step back in my small town. So I actually saw a post the other day. I think it was like a tweet, and somebody said that what they do when they call people out for not wearing masks is they don't say anything. They just kind of point at them because like people becoming the center of attention, like that's usually not what people want. So they just gradually get uncomfortable enough to the point that they're like, okay, I'm gonna put a mask on or leave or whatever. It's I don't really start confrontation, but like I kind of want to try it one time. I didn't watch his videos, just hit like up until the preacher one and his trio videos. Also never found him funny, not even bothered to subscribe. I I don't think I ever watched any of his videos. I I think maybe he was in like one stream of mine. Maybe. I don't know. Who knows? That's how little I'd like kind of paid attention to him. I thought he was just socially awkward. Yeah, which I mean, it happens. Like it's when you when you're in a community as like tight knit as we are, you want to be supportive no matter how kind of crummy some people's content can be. I've said you respect me and I'll respect you. Step back. Worked one time. Whew. I just what is the point of getting that close? I've had people do that to me in the store too, and I'm like, we're the first off, there's like dots on the floor that tell you where to stand, so that makes it super easy. But it's always just people who think that oh they gotta get there first, gotta get to the place first. If they're not first, they're last. So that's like that's like a really weird inside joke that me and Mr. Squeak have. I don't know why we do that, but we do. I'm so glad you guys are all here. I've been having a shitty day and I can't sleep. Aw, Amanda James. I hope you feel better. I've had an okay day. I just couldn't sleep either. I was just laying in bed and I was like, I'm kind of bored. It's been okay where I live for the most part. Yeah, like, not. It's kind of like in the middle here. Like, obviously, since it's a county by county thing, it's like some counties have been really cool about it and other counties have just been kind of like hit or miss. They're disaffected red hats who want who wants to have Civil War II over access to fountain drinks. Honestly, I thought I was the only one missing the joke. I would comment something nice to be supportive. Stupid move. I've been reading the comments left on my channel and trying not to puke. I like the TCAP stories like Cloud of the Night, but yeah, I was gonna say like he was the one who made Cloud of the Night, right? That €2. I'm socially awkward myself, so sometimes it's to me to tell if people are just too far out there or something else. Which, I mean, that's fair off the verge. We all, like I've said, we all want to see the best in the community, and we generally do see the best in the community. It's just this one time, this fucking weird genie fucker decided to worm his way in the community. And I'm not kink shaming. If you want to fuck genies, that's great. It's just it's such an out there kink that like every time it's discussed, it kind of makes me chuckle because I'm just like, okay, genies, okay. It's 4:20 a.m. and nothing close to sleepy. It is like it's not even midnight here, but I blocked Jordan because I don't wish to deal with the dude. That's fair. Like sometimes it's just the best option for you. Just block and move on. Let's see. I can't wear a mask. I'm claustrophobic. It freaks me out to have a mask. First time I had surgery, the opposite of time my hands down to keep the mask. Which, which that's fair. Rhoda. Like stuff like that is like a legitimate and like I mean I have like asthma, which sometimes leads to chronic bronchitis if I deal with too many allergens or too many factors that like contribute to that. Um, and I mean, even I keep the fucking mask on. But I mean, it's understandable if you have like claustrophobia. I can't even imagine that. So, I mean, you're at least doing your part. You're just like, all right, curbside pickup and Amazon, because you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? 8-year-old girls in Halloween costumes. Yeah, that's what. It's it's bad enough that the man decides to take advantage of the kindness of this community. But then he's got to be liking pictures of genies, like girls dressed as genies, like children dressed as. It's just, it's so creepy. It's really creepy and it's really gross. Blech. Blech. I think I'm gonna play another COVID test a few days ago. I'll get results tomorrow. No symptoms. Well, I hope you don't have it, Gorilla Spawn. That would suck. I made my daughter a genie costume for Halloween when she was 6. I would not let this whole thing taint those good memories you have of your daughter and her costume, Amanda James. He's fucking gross, but you know what? The love you have for your child can overcome any gross feelings that you might associate with Joran and genies and all that stuff. Hey, Lorniak! You actually need to wear a mask on public transport here by law. That's good. I feel like that should kind of be the law in most places, but... Alright, I'm gonna play a little bit of this call. This is Ramona and her therapist, because I love hearing Sam Pendleton. Stay strong, Gorilla. Yeah, good luck, Gorilla Spawn. I'm here rooting for you. So we got Ramona and her therapist, because I love Sam Pendleton, and I love how he just tells Lorne to fuck himself. So I'll play a little bit of this and see how it goes. I didn't have symptoms yet when I tested positive. Ooh. If I get terminal COVID, I'll hunt down those fuckers without masks one by one. I'm glad I live out in the country with no one close, no public transportation, just a gas guzzling. I miss the Pope too, Spencer. I hope he's doing alright.
Hello?
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 Hey, can you hear me, Ramona?
Yes, it's just me. I told him to call me back in 1 minute so that I could give you...
Okay, so we're not on right now.
No, I want to start a new recording. Oh my God, you are so amazing.
Thank you. I was all right. I tried.
Are you calling me from Skype or something?
Yeah, Google Hangouts.
Oh, okay.
Ember had to go, so she told me to work out some other way.
So yeah, so we're
I love you so much for streaming and playing a call right now. Aw, Amanda James. I love you too. Precious little princess. I'm gonna send you all my NASCAR stuff, my Dale Earnhardt stuff. Alright, Amanda James.
I'm gonna record and then Ember, I'm gonna send this to Ember. So I wanted us to start fresh with a new recording that didn't have the other stuff in it so that she doesn't have to edit through all of it. Okay, so here he is. I'm gonna join him. And
Okay, but we're not live streaming anymore.
we're not live streaming, but this is gonna be uploaded tomorrow.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, here she is. Okay, hey.
It's got to start out with the. Do you think he was smoking or crying?
Hey, Lauren. Okay, so therapist just.
I plan on open carrying my 9mm pistol, wearing a Black Lives Matter t-shirt, and a Don't Tread on Me military contractor cap. That's attaboy, Gorilla Spawn. And a face mask. There you go. Just be ready to fuck up anyone's shit who messes with you.
Call me back, and we're on the three of us. Again. So.
Can y'all hear me?
I had a hot night planned. Oh, she got recipes.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
What were you saying, or what was I saying? Oh, so.
Well, to pick up where we left off, I think we were. I think I was more or less summarizing my take on the situation, my diagnosis, as it were. And I know it's hard to hear. I'm sure it's hard to hear. I know it's this sort of thing is certainly never fun or easy, but I liken it to a medical procedure. They're rarely fun or easy. And
you guys remember when Melania hosted Sundays with COD like a month ago? Does anyone know the name of the call she played? Lorne is stupider than Lorne's the caller. Definitely a rule book on what not to do. If a cat first asks one thing, no dick pics, thing two, no dick pics. I could try to look it up for you, Amanda James. Hold on.
Painful, unpleasant.
Go on my phone.
And they consume your mental faculties and sap your strength, but sometimes difficult, unpleasant things need to be done, and difficult, unpleasant things have to be said and have to be heard. Obviously, I can't compel you to any action, but I think you know what my advice to you is now, having spent some time with Lauren and knowing what I know. And Lauren, I know that you don't appreciate that, or you don't agree with that, but
I really wish that I could tell you more. I refuse to do it over the phone because of things that have happened to me.
It was the call when Melina drew the diagram for us.
That's your prerogative.
On the internet. I have a lot to deal with that.
That's your prerogative, but I have to proceed and act on the basis of what I do know. And there it is.
I had alluded to earlier, I think I'm like all worn out from crying, so I can talk about it now. The fact that everybody has been acting really crazy.
Ramona, are you crying?
Obsessed with me.
Alright, Amanda James, in the comments of Melena's video, somebody asked what the name of the call is, and she said it's called Lorne Vagina Diagram. That's what she thinks. That's what she says the call is. So.
My brother TJ flew in, and it's really been a difficult week dealing with them, and
difficult about it.
say again.
Difficult about it.
Yeah, no
made it
problem,
difficult?
Amanda James.
Oh, you sound a little staticky. Say that again.
Oh no, it's sideways. Shit.
What's been, you say it's been difficult with your brother
Hold on.
there. I'd like to know if you feel like talking about it. What's been difficult about it? What's made it difficult?
It's difficult because there's so much attention on me and everyone's freaking out.
Lorne.
It's
Lorne.
scary, it's new, it's not something that I'm used to.
Is your brother, has your brother expressed concern about this relationship similar to the ones
Hold
with
on,
parents?
let me pause this. George should have done it on the kitchen floor like Lauren and Grandpa, easy to clean. You can use your coupons when you're done. Oh my god. Or he could have done it on the counter like Lauren does.
Your brother. Okay. We did talk briefly about that, but we didn't spend your mother had
Why the Pope's so
said what
crunchy?
you're saying now, which is just that there are a whole lot of
Can I
people
rotate
that are concerned
this?
about you.
Yeah, you sound really staticky, though, I want to say.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of static too.
I'm sorry, I had to go to the other side of my house because my wife is asleep now, so that's the reception may not be as good here. Is it any better? There may not be a whole lot I can do about the static. Is it tolerable or is it pretty bad?
It's tolerable. Yeah, it's tolerable.
Okay. Lauren, is it okay for you?
Yeah, I can still hear you. I can still hear a little bit of static. But
I can still hear you.
Okay.
Let me say that Ramona's used to all the attention to people freaking out on my end. She's not used to it being on her end.
Okay.
That's my
She's
toad.
dealt with it for months and heard my frustrations
She's gotten all fat since I've gotten her.
freaking out on mine. That's the first time she's ever had to deal with it from her end.
Well, I mean, my advice on a thing like this for
Damn, why is Sam Pendleton so crunchy? He can't be on the other side of his house because of his wife.
it should tell you something. It should be it should get your attention when you have so many people in your life.
It's me or
care
that
about
toad.
you,
Get the toad out of your mouth.
who are all communicating the same concerns to you. You see what I'm saying? In other words,
Yeah, it's my toad. She's chilling.
let's say that you have 9 people.
Jones barbecue and foot massage. Jones barbecue and foot massage. That's all I know. That's all I know about Jones barbecue and foot massage.
Which group is more likely to be right? And I think that if there's a pattern of concern,
I have a few toads living in my garden. They keep the bugs down. Oh, that's nice. It's nice having little toad friends.
that should tell you something. And especially if, when we're talking about relationships, emotions can do wonderful things, but they can also mislead us, and they can compel us to do things that aren't in our best interest. And sometimes a person in a relationship that is not a healthy relationship doesn't see the forest for the trees, to use the expression. And it can be beneficial for the person.
Tango, doofy little
to
baby.
listen to those who are on the outside of that relationship if they're saying, hey, this is not a good situation for you. And it sounds like, let me ask you this, Ramona. Are there any people in your life who advocate the relationship you have with one another, which is to say, who are giving you as advice?
I legitimately want to know what, like, Ramona's family thought about this. Like, was she like, guys, I'm pretending to date a pedophile because I want to troll him, or do you think she just didn't even tell them about him? Kelpill! Hey, girl! Kelpie! Kelpill, did you see the baby frog? If you didn't, I'll put the baby frog back on for a second.
Oh, so this is a good relationship for you. You should nurture and cultivate this relationship and continue this relationship.
Yeah, I knew her boyfriend knew. I don't know if she I don't know if she even bothered telling the rest of her family though. Like especially when she was hanging out with her boyfriend's family on Christmas and he was blowing her phone up.
Lorne does. Lorne advocates the relationship.
Well, besides, I'm talking about people who are in your real life, people who are close to you, your family.
I found this. The toads could feast all the flies at Lorne's trailer. I found this baby like when I went to a park near my house with the mister, and we found like this little pond. It was like a pond, but it was honestly more like a really big puddle. It just happened to keep water really well. So we found tons of little froglets like this that still had their little tails. Um, there were larval salamanders, so just imagine like a bunch of little axolotls swimming around. There was an adult salamander, and there was at least 2 or 3 adult frogs. It was really cool. We we went back after a couple weeks to check on it, and they were all gone. So I'm assuming they all grew up and were just running out free. And we especially could tell the little beeper. We could definitely tell that the frogs were all gone because there were so many bugs around. It was a lot.
Family, people who are present in your life, people that.
It was a salamander black with yellow spots. So it was actually in the water, and I only saw it briefly because what had happened was it saw a bug on the surface and it like came up and then dove back underwater. What it looked like to me was it looked like it had it was black and it had yellow on it, but I think it was stripes. I don't think it was spots. I think it had stripes. So, but it was a little skinny thing. It was cute.
People that you have known before, Lorne. Did you see what I'm saying? Family members, close friends, that sort of thing.
No. Everyone's freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, and that's.
You think now? You would think that if your girlfriend's family had absolute disdain for you, you'd think that maybe you'd be like, this probably isn't the best for my girlfriend. I love her, but her family doesn't seem to think I'm a good match for her. She has to see a therapist. Maybe I should let her go. No, Lauren's fucking selfish. Oh, excuse me. I think Ramona will tell her Lauren experienced to her grandchildren or nieces when she is old. Hey, sad face! My kids and I used to catch dozens of big black and yellow salamanders at night, along with tadpoles and tiny peeper frogs. Aw, I have a picture of a... Hold on, I'll bring it up while I play the call. About a month ago, I found a frog outside my house, and I was so excited. Hold on.
So how long has anybody in your life known about me, though?
Yeah, how long?
That's a tricky question to ask, or to answer, because when TJ was the first, and when...
At best, one would think, wow, things are just not going to work out. Exactly, Kelpill. It's me or your entire family, Ramona!
He started...
Alright, let me see if I can get these pictures.
I don't know if he fully believed it.
Let's see, gallery.
Believed what? Believed that you had a relationship with Lauren?
Yeah. I don't know if TJ fully believed that.
Mm-hmm.
But...
Where that dang frog
in
at?
my life known about our relationship.
Well, hold on. So,
Another blow to lawn.
Got something last Friday or Saturday, so it's been about a week that they've known. So last Friday or Saturday, my parents received it was really disgusting. I don't know if they told you, but it was a
Yeah.
it
Skinks
was
and
a
horny
printout of
toads.
his registered sex offender profile. A C.
See, the house I live at now, it kind of sucks because it's like super suburban central. So like any chances of wildlife, like for example, like frogs and toads, they're so sensitive to chemicals, and yet my HOA, like spray the they spray the grounds for like ticks and stuff, so I know it's not really healthy for the frogs there. Um, I mean, my toad, I just got kind of lucky, and I was like, hey, that's a toad on the sidewalk, and it's cold, so I'm gonna take her inside. Lauren will never let anyone go. Imagine if you ever got a female to go to Maine, it would be one of those missing person stories where after years they finally escape. Oh, yeah. But if Lauren was a baby, would Ramona's family want to watch him die? I'm sorry, I just peeked the microphone. Spencer, I swear to God. uh, I have a friend, Amanda James, who has a blue tongue skink, and he's really cute. He just likes to hang out and just he just chills out. They don't really have like a lot of natural defenses against predators, so they're just kind of content to just hang out.
With three of our conversations with him calling me every name under the sun, and a note saying this is. I don't know if they. Oh yeah, okay. I don't know if they told you all the had told you all the details. Yeah.
We reviewed that.
Asshole!
Did you hear
Precious
the
little
call?
princess. Yum, 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 yum.
Oh yeah. We discussed it earlier.
Oh God.
Yeah. See, these are this is what when I was trying to explain to you earlier, Lauren. These are the elements of information I have to go on.
Yeah, they're definitely really, really, really cute. I can see why she wants one. The screenshot with Jordan talking to Mike Pence on mini screen video, that one was my find. Oh. Asshole. Hello, everyone.
These are the elements of information from which I am drawing my insight, and all I can do is
here's the one picture.
Is operate.
So let's see.
Based on that information.
Put this on my drive.
I'll tell you one story. That
is it going to be about his mac and cheese?
On the internet, so I don't mind telling you this story.
Okay.
It is the story of Amanda James.
Amanda James?
I live down in Washington.
Amanda James? What are you doing, Amanda James? You fucking with Lauren?
And I had my nieces and nephews 80% of the time. I talked to this girl for 2 years.
So I can finally bring this picture up.
I took more time away from my nieces and nephews and then affected them. And 2 years I talked to this girl. She told me her name was Amanda James. She told me
Amanda James.
That
yeah, you get a Lauren shout out, Amanda James.
Her sister-in-law died from breast cancer. Said that she had custody of her niece because her brother was a druggie. What else she told me? Well, she was all the same age as me. She was 30 years old. No, she was 2 years old. She was 28 and I was 30. And I moved back to Maine. Well, she told me she was going to move out there to be with me, and after 2 years she didn't. And I never saw anybody or dated anybody in that whole time. And then I moved back to Maine so I could be closer
Bullshit.
to her.
Yeah. I like how Lauren says that he had his nieces most of the time. Like, no. No. Lauren can't even take care of his fucking dogs. Alright, download this frog picture to my computer. Download this frog picture to my computer. As usual. Alright, now to set the...
Okay, so you knew her from the internet? You said you lived in Washington.
Live at his house and spend the weekends
you met her on the internet?
Yeah, that was the first time I ever met anybody from the internet. Met anybody...
Why live streams a few seconds behind on my laptop compared to my phone? I don't know. I know that, like, stream delay is a thing. I'm actually not sure why it, like, ends up that way. It's weird. If I disappear, it's because my battery. I never abandoned you midstream. Like when he brought up the mac and cheese story to the therapist, like it's smoking. I think it is in this. I think it's in this call when he brings up the mac and cheese. Hold on.
Dated anybody on the internet.
Let me
And
set this up real quick.
when I moved back to Maine, I still I was talking to her, and my sister wanted to talk to her. I was talking to her on the
One
phone.
man wouldn't go off the deep end.
Talking to her for a minute, and as soon as she got off the phone, at the phone, she whispered she's been lying to you. So after we got off the phone, I got to know her so well.
What has been going on?
I was able to
Alright, so let me resize this picture real quick and I'll talk to you about it. I can show you these frog pictures I took. So, Joran, basically, a good summary of it is, he was using the goodwill of the community to kind of flirt with, I'd say, when I say flirt, I'm using huge quotes here, to, like, flirt with women. He basically used, like, the community as, like, a dating ground, despite, you know, that's not what this is for whatsoever. He would say very uncomfortable things to, women streamers. He would flirt with them. He was just kind of a pig. There's a Google Drive that explains it. Yeah, watch Mini Syllable's new video about it, because that actually can explain it a lot better than I can. But, he was exposed as being kind of a shitty person to women. He's kind of sleazy. And he has a genie fetish, which, not kink shaming, but the genie fetish is actually kind of important to the story because it was found out that he was liking pictures of little girls, in genie costumes, which by itself would seem like an innocent thing. It would be kind of weird that an adult is liking kids' pictures, but it's like, you know what? Okay, fine. But the fact that he had, like, the knowledge that you have that he has this genie fetish, it's just bad. The Mini Syllables interview also has a link to the Google Drive. Yeah, the Mini Syllables interview is really well done. Like, I Dream It. Yeah, just, like, harem girls and, like, just genies. It's really, like I said, not kink shaming, but it's just a really bizarre kink. You're a good person who wants to see the good in people. Yeah, exactly, Amanda James. You're all my precious princes and princesses. And I love all of you, and I'm very proud of all of you for the people you are and how kind and caring you are to other members of the community. Yeah, exactly. You don't just say, I hit like on their photos and exactly, Gorilla Spawn. Not afraid to say the genie fetish, it's funny to me. Like, alright, if he wants to fuck genies, that's fine. It's just such an obscure fetish that, like, I didn't think that people, like, fetishize genies. I watched, like, 3 of his videos and didn't think he was funny. Not to throw shade, but I just wasn't interested. Yeah, exactly. Asshole. That's kind of, like, and we all just wanted to support him because, you know, he's a member of the community. Like, we want to help people in this community because we all care about each other, and he just took advantage of that. The Thomas Shin interrogation. He didn't watch the... He didn't even watch the show. Wow. Let me play the call some more.
For email. When I hacked into her email, I found that she had...
Rule 34 of the internet can be a scary thing indeed. Yeah, it can. It's just like... I'm not constantly thinking about everything in a sexual manner, so I guess it's just something that doesn't, like, how do I word this? I don't think of everything as being a fetish, and I probably should, because people are going to find everything attractive. Flirted in live streams, which wasn't that bad. It's what he said off stream to others in DMs that was creepy as fuck. I thought he was just a hot dog flirt, but he said some things about me in DMs too. Yeah, he's just creepy. He made a really gross comment on one of Molly's vlog videos. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Other people that was, he's a pig, honestly. Why are you always bringing up sexual shit? Noxious butt spray. I really like that name. Oh god. Alright, so I'm gonna finally address these pictures that I got up here. An artist does not name herself artist, and a real comic doesn't name himself comedy. Good to know. Thanks for the follow-ups. What else has been going on? To be honest with you, asshole, I've kind of been out of the loop of things too, because I've been busy with classwork, because I'm back on campus, sadly. But from what I can see, stuff has just been pretty just chill, besides the whole Jordan stuff. Yeah, exactly. Noxious is my s-hole. It's so... I turned 26 in 2 months, and I can say that fart jokes still make me laugh. I saw that he said, I have a feeling Rhoda's chewed Tootsie is really hot too. Yeah, apparently he said something about me one time, but like, so apparently one time I had called myself, like jokingly, like self-deprecatingly, I called myself, I said that I looked like a foot. And apparently he just kind of repeated that comment, but like out of context, a lot of people are just gonna think that he's calling me ugly. And I was just like, more offended that he kind of stole my joke, as unfunny comedians tend to do. Aside from, do you have a sister asking for a friend? Oh my god. He DM'd me about a sketch involving Lawrence Ghost telling Joran he was as bad as it. That's like prophetically creepy. That's like projection. Oh, that's so weird. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Oh god. But yeah, S-hole, that's like the big stuff that's been happening lately. I haven't really been here, but I'm live streaming now. TCAP Recipes put out a pretty good video recently. No doubt that you're lovely, by the way. It's just weird to sit around, but yeah, exactly, Amanda James. It's just bizarre thinking about like, oh my god, I wonder if Rhoda is hot. Like, first off, obviously Rhoda is hot. No, but like, it's not obvious. His intentions were pretty like malicious from the start. You could just tell by how he was talking about things. Just as two-dimensional as oh my god. So this frog here, I do wanna talk about this frog real quick. I found it in my backyard, and it's really fucking cute. It's a tree frog, and I don't know if y'all have ever had like a tree frog hold on to you, but I mean, they can hold on to things, obviously, which they're tree frogs, they're gonna. But I didn't realize their front fingers were so sticky. Like, I just kind of thought they did like the gecko thing, honestly, where they just kind of have like little hooks to hang on. But nah, tree frogs are just real sticky. I'm hot. Just don't pay attention to all the people in my life that call me ugly. Exactly, Omega. I'm so bored that I'm literally looking through my 20-year-old feedback on eBay. I hope Bapsby took the face reveal as a pressure as a joke. Sucks because he probably didn't. Yeah, mom was nervous about it, but she definitely wanted to do it. I know that. Look at those fingers. I know, right? They're all sticky. As long as you don't have warts, I'd give you a kiss. Hey, Michael. Alright, I'm gonna play some more of this Lauren call, because it is a pretty good one.
Been talking to another guy the whole time. She had slept with another guy the whole time. She had naked pictures of other guys.
Naked pictures.
And among other things.
Yeah.
And then I called her and confronted her with it. And she finally told me the truth. She told me her real name. Told me that her niece was really her daughter.
No, her niece was her daughter. Her daughter was her niece.
Before, for 2.5 years, was a lie.
Okay.
Since then, is when I've had a problem with people on the internet.
Okay.
Me and Ramona didn't even meet on the internet.
How did you meet?
We met by phone.
Okay. How did you called her randomly? You were calling random numbers? I think that
She held his hand.
What do you mean you met by phone?
I want to hear Squeakle's laugh. I'll probably like read a really random comment and find it like super funny because everything makes me laugh. Daughter, niece. See, I'm already laughing.
I didn't know that he didn't know that. No.
Well,
Naked snakes like eating tree frogs. Is that a Metal Gear reference, Omega? You like some Metal Gear? I also like some Metal Gear.
she told me in general terms that you had. I mean, my understanding was that this was something that had to begin.
There it is. Gorilla Spawn got me. Frog tadpole. Oh, there. There it is. Frog tadpole. Oh my god.
Things in some capacity on the internet.
Yeah, let's just say we met on the internet.
No, let's tell the truth. I saw his sex offender profile and I
nanomachines.
messaged him.
Hold on a second. Didn't Ramona later on say that I think it was in the call after they had broken up and Lauren was like, "You're Elizabeth now. I know you as Elizabeth." Didn't she say that? Well, I mean, obviously, like, it's to cover the whole story, but didn't she say that Emma gave her Lauren's number and not the sex offender registry? Like I said, I know it was probably just to cover the whole story, but who am I kidding? None of this makes sense. Why am I overanalyzing this?
Well, that's different from what you told me the other day when we were in session.
Yeah, I like Metal Gear too. Psycho Mantis is like cool. Yo, Psycho Mantis' theme is pretty dope. My best friend is like super like kind of freaked out by Psycho, because believe it or not, my best friend played the original like Metal Gear Solid 1 when she was like 10, and she was like, "Oh boy, Psycho Mantis sure is scary," but I'm just like, this is kind of cool. I've only played Metal Gear Solid 2, good game. Metal Gear Solid 2 is my favorite. My fave. Because let's be real, Solid Snake is just magnifique. Just chef's kiss. She says she saw us pick on the And her brother knew Emma, and that's how Ramona got his number, I think. Okay, that makes sense. I have that theme on the soundtrack. Oh, it's the best theme. Best theme. We got Chef's Kiss, Solid Snake. We got Raiden, who's just dealing with a bunch of bullshit, and I feel bad for him.
So I'm curious to know what it is about seeing a sex offender registry entry that would compel you to make contact with him. You thought he was attractive.
Yeah.
It shows. You thought it.
Anyone looking forward to the Metal Gear movie? I'm hopeful. Metal Gear Solid. I'm hopeful that it'll be good. I'm kind of hoping like maybe it'll be like the Sonic movie where it's like we expect it to suck ass, but it's actually like kind of decent. But I'm always kind of wary of video game movies because you got Doom, that sucked ass. You got what else we got? I mean the Resident Evil movies weren't bad, but like not. We had that Rampage movie with The Rock. I know that was a video game movie too. Oh, to Play Vengeance looks like my kind of ridiculous. It really is ridiculous. It's kind of hard. I mean, at least for me, because I'm dumb. Mortal Kombat was a decent video game movie. It was decent. It was like that schlock that was just good enough that because it was like the 80s, 90s, that you're just like, oh, okay, yeah. Super Mario movie was a shit show too. So my mom's ex-husband, he was like, hey, you want to watch the Super Mario movie? And me being like, I think I was like 13, 14, I was like, Mario? Cool, let's watch a Mario movie. And I was just like, what the fuck is this? This isn't Mario. This is John Leguizamo. And I forget who played Mario. Who played Mario? I like the first Mortal Kombat movie. Yeah, the first Mortal Kombat movie was pretty good. No Ruber. Laughing Octopus's theme is pretty sinister too. I think I have the Oh no, I do. I have the Mortal Kombat movie theme, like the movie soundtrack. I have like the entire soundtrack. She's she's my daughter, but her name is Niece. Lauren can never figure it out. Oh my god.
I needed a friend too.
Okay. So now, Lauren,
oh, thank you, Michael. It was Bob Hoskins.
Big friend for me to have.
I want to ask you about this Amanda James situation.
We're talking about you, Amanda James.
If you don't mind. I want to know what bearing that has on what we're talking about here. I mean, you told me the story. It's it's a bad side. It's a shame.
Oh, I loved Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I think that movie is how I figured out I liked girls.
If that happened, that somebody lied to you and so on and so forth. But what?
Because I mean, that was kind of the whole point of Jessica Rabbit was to be sexy, and then my little brain was just like, neat.
What relevance does that have to what we've been discussing?
You got a shout out from the Pope.
Because before I met Ramona,
Ramona.
Ember, and she was married, and we were just friends.
Robo Pope. It is me, the Robo Pope.
I took her as my best friend. I actually called her my best friend.
My best friend. She's your best friend, and my best friend, and everyone's best friend.
I want to know why you're telling me this. I want to know what.
I think the thing that I liked about Jessica Rabbit, though, was the fact that, like, she was super feminine, but at the same time, she was just like, I'm not going to take your fucking bullshit. And that was nice to see in an era where, like, writing for women was still kind of iffy. Like, to be honest, writing for women is still kind of iffy. But, like, at least back then, she at least did something. She was just like, I love my husband. I want to help him. And I was just like, aw, that's hot.
relevance this has to the things that we've been discussing about Ramona.
Because it has to do with the way that I act when I get fucking, how I get paranoid.
Okay.
That's the whole reason I get paranoid. It's when something doesn't feel right, or I think I'm being played with or something like that.
Okay. But what bearing does that have on your fitness as a partner for her?
Loyalty is like fuel.
You're just explaining, okay, you had some negative experiences and you tend to get paranoid. I mean, I understand that, but I'm trying
Exactly.
to
She wasn't bad. She was just drawn that way.
Why you're discussing those things in the context of your relationship with Ramona.
Clobbering time! Precious princess.
Because I know my feelings for Ramona, and I get scared that I'm going to get hurt all over again.
Okay.
Oh my god.
That's normal in a relationship. A lot of people struggle with that. What does that have to do with? Listen, Lauren, my concern here is your fitness as a partner for Ramona.
What's different with me and Ramona is that our conversations have...
I still can't get over noxious butt spray. Hi, sir. Oh, God. I read the book that was the basis of Roger Rabbit. It was a lot darker. Ooh, I should look into that.
But it's all on the internet.
The internet.
Normal relationship, the people that are obsessed with the phones and stuff like that.
That doesn't influence the dynamic of
Clobber, you're late to the stream, so what's your opinion on frog toads? Yeah, this is a very important question, Clobber. We gotta know your opinion on, hold on. How do you feel about my toad?
how you act toward her. It shouldn't, and if it does, in the sense that it compels you to be angry and abusive.
Frog toads. That's good. That's good clobbering time.
About how it's not healthy.
You are welcome here.
Healthy for her to be in this relationship, and it doesn't. And no.
The book was called "Who Killed Roger Rabbit." Jesus Christ! Who fucking rolled up and murdered him?
Some of the things that you've told me have any bearing on the behavioral concerns I have about you regarding your sexual crime and your proclivities in that area, your proclivities toward alcohol abuse.
Nice toad texture. I really like that, Michael. I don't know why. Toad texture.
Proclivities to express your anger inappropriately. These are all
that abusive stuff.
Stuff.
Verbal abuse only happens when I'm drinking. That's why I quit drinking.
The abuse only happens when I'm drinking. Did you quit? Did you quit though, Lauren? You didn't fucking quit. I liked the Frog and Toad books as a kid. They're really cute.
Well,
I love Frog and Toad.
You have to start drinking in order to quit drinking. It's the starting drinking that concerns me. In other words, you don't get a medal. You don't get a medal because you stop being drunk. The concern remains: why did you do it in the first place? And if you're telling me that you had a DUI when you were much younger, and now you're talking about this abusive behavior that you stopped doing 2 weeks ago because you stopped drinking 2 weeks. I mean, I'm seeing long-term.
Oh, I just got an alert somewhere. Hold on. What just happened? I heard an alert. It didn't show up though. Odd. Something happened. Hold on, let me forget. Frog and Toad were a great couple. Why the hell don't my alert... Like, the sound works. I'll figure it out. Whoever supported the Squeak, thank you. I just can't figure out how to get this to work.
The patterns of behavior here, in both in regard to the
I think that was me. I just subbed with my other accounts. Oh, thank you, Earl.
drinking and the abusive behavior. These are not small issues. These are not insignificant. These are certainly not issues that go away because you stopped drinking 2 weeks ago.
Spencer was who blanked Roger Rabbit.
This is also coming from
I bet Lorne spent his childhood kissing frogs.
that doesn't know.
Yo, at my mom's house, it's great because, like, I was over there for 4th of July, and when it was nighttime, I just walked out and immediately found a toad. There's always toads at mom's house, and it's great.
I know those things about you. Are those things true or not?
That's all you know, though.
What do I need to know? If you have
things about me, just because you know those things about me doesn't mean that you know me.
Lorne.
Right, but you can get a good idea of how somebody is from you know, fucking this kind of stuff.
Everybody in prison has a reason why they did what they did.
Hey, middle button.
Everybody in an AA meeting has a reason why they started drinking. The reason is irrelevant.
Played Frogger on Atari.
Every man who's ever been arrested for abuse.
Roger Rabbit wants to blank you in the blank. God, when are we gonna get to this fucking call?
For hitting his wife has some explanation for why she made him so mad that he just had to do it. I'm not.
My favorite line of all time from any of these fucking calls is the mouse incident. God damn. The mouse incident, and I love when he is like, my arm is floppy, and when she puts the mouse in her mouth.
Concerned with your reasons. It's the behavior that I'm concerned with. The behavior is what
I've never hit a woman in my life, and I never will. Very by my mother.
I didn't accuse you of hitting a woman. I'm using that as an example. I'm trying to.
Well, I would never hit a woman. Okay, you're not listening.
To make a distinction between behavior and motivation. The motivation is irrelevant. When my concern is the safety of my
He thinks that people need to meet him in person and truly know him, but Lorne is the most documented person in TCAP. Yes.
For drinking to excess, for abusive behavior, and they may all be valid excuses in your mind, but if they just
I love that call too, middle button. When well, hold on, let me write it down. Ramona, if I get cut off somehow, Ramona could speak for me on the call. Well, no, sir, that's not how this works. You're the party to the call, so you have to stay. If I get disconnected, Ramona can make decisions for me.
Continues to manifest itself, then the reasons for it don't matter. And I might add that some of the centerpiece issues that I have, the sexual stuff and the drinking,
Stuff.
There's no excuse for those things. It doesn't matter what your reasons for doing those things were. You did them, and no reason is good enough. There's no justification for it.
Does he think abusive drunks are better to meet in person? Exactly. Fucking exactly. He doesn't think they'll fall in love when they meet face to face. He just wants the opportunity to kidnap them and lock them in his trailer. Exactly. Took 18 minutes to write a phone number cost. Yeah, because he was like, alright, it's Bapsby, Cresty, Brialt. Alright, and 810 Cresty, Bapst.
I don't care what you tell me. I don't care how
Harper Valley PTA.
many Amanda Chains there were. I don't care how many Embers there were. It's irrelevant.
The matter is that what I did before was wrong, and I know it was wrong. And
But you keep
I've done wrong. I know everything I've done wrong.
Okay, that's
I
fine.
also know that I'm being better.
Well, I can't make that evaluation. All I know is that there are patterns of behavior. Well, that's fine. That's between you and your therapist. My concern is Ramona's well-being, not your improvement.
How much do you think? How much do you think Lorne, like, he goes to therapy and his therapy is just like, oh my god. Like, his therapist is just like, oh my god, Lorne is not gonna fucking listen to anything I say. I might as well just let him mush mouth salad word vomit so that I don't have to deal with him for another day. In the corner of O'Shea and Jackson. Get within 50 feet of his trailer, get a whiff of the stank, and no the hell out of there. Probably smells like pee everywhere. Pee and, like, dog poop.
And if there are patterns of behavior that are unhealthy, that are potentially dangerous for her, that's what I'm concerned with. And I have to make my evaluation on that basis and that basis alone. So it doesn't matter to me why you got a DUI. I mean, the immediate reason is the only thing that's of any significance to me. You got a DUI because you used bad judgment. You drank too much and you decided to drive a car, which is a terrible thing to do. Terrible judgment. Now, it happened a long time ago. But
I'd get close enough. Yeah, me too, Amanda James. I'd get close enough to rescue Roscoe and Sadie. Sadie's skittish. Gee, Lauren, I fucking wonder why.
I hadn't had a beer for hours. I thought that I was still.
I thought he quit drinking. I haven't had a beer for hours. I quit drinking today, just now.
I didn't want my brother walking on the road drunk. I go them home.
If you drank to such excess that hours later you were still drunk enough to get a DUI, not only did that...
Oh, this is when you got the OUI, I think.
Serious lack of impulse control.
I was barely over the legal limit. This is what I'm saying. Just because
I was barely over the legal limit. Rescue the shit. Is it true he has chickens? Or is that just like a joke? I legitimately can't tell if he actually has chickens or not.
DUI meant I was actually drunk.
You say you were barely over the legal limit. I'd say the word barely doesn't matter. You were over the legal limit and you drove a car.
I didn't think that I was over the limit when I drove.
Well, that's bad judgment.
At that time.
You're not helping your case. If you say, well, I didn't think I was over the limit.
It's real? How did Lorne... How did he get chickens? Why does he have chickens? What the absolute fuck is going on in that trailer? Why does he have chickens? Like, when I saw the raptor bacon videos, I assumed that it was like a joke. Like, how... What? Why does he have chickens? Also, we all know Lauren's probably abusing the fuck out of those chickens. Lauren's always cooking up new schemes. Footage on my channel of him purchasing the chicken. Oh, I'll have to go look at that. I must have missed that one. I guess that's something I'm out of the loop on in this community is the fucking chickens, because I didn't... It's not a fucking joke! I have to stop myself from buying baby chicks and ducklings all the time. Oh, same, Amanda James. So, I have a new thing I've been working on. One of the hornworms that I got for my pets decided to, pupate. And now I got a moth. And we went to build like a moth box, like a butterfly box. And every time we went to the Tractor Supply store for chicken wire, I was just like, Mister, can I get a duck? Mr. Squeak, can I please get a duck, please? And he was like, no, we can't get a duck. I love you, but we don't have room for it right now. And I was just like, please, can I get a duck? I'm sure Roscoe and Sadie have chewed their poor heads off by now. Yeah. Or, I mean, poor Roscoe and Sadie might be getting attacked by the chickens, because I know sometimes chickens can be mean, especially if Lorne is looking after them.
But you don't have the ability to judge when you're too drunk to drive or not. That's a double whammy.
Oh my God. The only thing that I'm hearing is you're trying to find every fault with me that you can.
Tell me where you see any flaws in that reasoning process, Lorne.
I'm not going to tell you anything anymore.
Of course you're not. You don't have anything to say. I've cut you here.
Did you name it Mothra? Actually, we've been calling it Mothman. I don't know why. It's confirmed a girl moth because she laid eggs, so we still call it Mothman. Hey Roy, hey Romeo Roseanne.
All you can do is say, well, admitting. Yeah. I mean, that's the fact. Because if you had a rebuttal, you would have already used it. The fact that you're saying, well, you don't know, and you're just trying to find anything wrong with me, that's a cop-out. That's a victim mentality.
Roy selling Windows. See, is it bad? Is it bad when you said Windows? I originally thought of, like, the operating system, like, Roy's just like, no, and he just holds up, like, a whole 1990s computer with a big-ass CRT screen.
I fell asleep.
God, Lorne is like Eddie. I raised 30 chicks this spring. They'll start laying in about season. Aww, that's so cute. Rhoda, tell your chickens I love them.
That's what happened. You fell asleep.
Well, that's even worse. That's even worse. That's even worse.
Even worse.
Better? Oh, well, he only fell asleep. Oh, well, yeah, you hit that. You hit that station wagon and you killed that family, but you were only asleep, so... Are you kidding?
You're in the station wagon and almost killed that family because you fell asleep. Oh my god. Did the moth almost fly into your mouth? Actually, when it came out of its pupa, I made the mistake of holding it in my hand and it got like weird pupa goo on me because like when they come out, like there's still like leftover goo in there. Windows shatter. Oops. Maybe when the mama raccoon moves out, Amanda James, you could get some chicks or ducklings. I was going to pitch the raptor the idea of a group of Satanists trying to steal the chicken. Archvile. There's my friend Archvile. Squeak can't sleep. She ought to get a magic lamp and wish for a night's rest. I'm your genie in a bottle. Gonna rub you down my well.
I don't need you to continuously try to make me out to be a bad person.
I'm falling
making me out to be a bad person.
Because you are a bad person, Lorne.
The facts do that. All I'm doing is observing the facts.
The facts don't do that.
What are the facts? You're a good guy? He fell asleep. That's a good guy right there. He fell asleep because he drank too much.
Right.
You guys didn't want
let's evaluate you.
No, I'm not you. I'm human just like the rest of us. The difference between...
I have 40 plus chickens and hate eggs, go figure, but I don't spray my property, so I need them for bugs. I mean, that works. That definitely works. I know they eat, like, ticks and stuff out of the grass. Lauren fell asleep, then says cops could smell the alcohol seeping from his pores. When you sweat Bud Light, I think you got a problem. Squeak sounds like a younger Babs. It's so uncanny. Yeah! I mean... That's what people say. They've always said that. They say that I look like, Mom, too. Like, I mean, since you've seen Mom, you pretty much know what I look like. Just that, but smaller. Actually, not even smaller. I'm taller than her. And I weigh more than her. So, like, Babsby, but, like, bigger. That's me. The raccoons will never move out. I live directly on a river. There's minks and foxes, too. There's some possums in my neighborhood. Can sometimes see them walking across power lines with badasses. Possums are cute. There's, like, no wildlife around here. It's lame.
I own my mistake.
I do make mistakes.
So you're saying that you're no worse than I am.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, maybe I should say Ramona. I live a lot closer to her than you do. And I probably make more money.
Like that, wouldn't she?
The taller, younger, and bigger Babsy. I'm the Babsy 2.0. Yeah, I mean, I weigh more than her. I mean, I'm not skinny. I'd call myself fat, but I'm taller too. To be fair, though, I also do have like hormonal issues, so it's whatever. Apparently, Lorne's buck tooth was caused by the OUI and slamming his mouth into the slamming his mouth into the steering wheel. I love how right before Lorne gets like reamed on something fucked up he did, he's like, "Well, listen here. You're not I'm human. You're not perfect either. You're human. You're not perfect. Wow, you're just a young one, huh? A real cutie too. I was raised by mom."
Do you have? I mean, surely you have full.
You're talking about dating my girlfriend.
Yeah, it's a fucking joke, Lorne. He's not actually gonna go fucking date your girlfriend. Take her out for coffee, though.
At least she's not 13.
Wait, hold on. Hold on, I gotta go back. Let's see, 25, 21. It is his favorite argument. Oh no, did I mess it up? Ah! I messed it up, hold on.
So he fell asleep. That's a good guy right there.
There we go.
He fell asleep because he drank too much. You guys didn't want
Just saw a huge wing, a huge great blue heron perched on my dock. Ooh, that's really cool. Like, wildlife here is like, so there's a swamp behind someone's house, so that's where all the frogs are. There is like 3 tree frogs that live in my backyard, but like they're in the trees. How you doing, Stanley? And like my toad that I found outside, like on the sidewalk, kind of near the swamp, because I guess she lived over there before. Imagine sleeping safely in your home, and then some drunk cockhead comes crashing into your house where your family sleeps. I beat him till the cops show up.
Do you know? I do make mistakes.
So you're saying that I'm,
Alright, so I rewound this to hear him talk about 13-year-olds, because he made a real rip on Lorne.
Maybe I should say Ramona. I live a lot closer to her than you do. And I probably make more money.
Like that, wouldn't she?
Do you have? I mean,
really?
That's the kind of person you are. You're married and you're talking about dating my girlfriend.
Well, at least she's not 13.
At least she's not 13.
At least she's not 13.
He parked inside of the house.
Guess I don't have anything to worry about, do I?
I don't know. That's probably up to her.
That's not to say. That's my last remark to say. At least she's not 13. That's a real professional statement.
Calling it like I see it. I think it's the most professional thing I can do. So, do you have anything else to say on your behalf?
On my behalf?
Mm-hmm.
What else is there to say?
Well, if you've got something to say, say it. If you're just going to repeat yourself.
Ramona knows me. I don't know if you know me.
I don't care whether you care. I'm not here for your benefit.
I have nothing left to say to you.
I have nothing left to say to
We're
you.
going to talk to Ramona now.
Lorne sold a new garage for that house.
Can you quiet while I do stuff, so I don't have to argue with you and then repeat myself.
Well, he'll drop off. He'll drop off, and you can talk, as you like to say, candidly.
Okay. Before we do that, Ramona, I need to know if you're prepared to make a decision.
And, okay, yeah, it looks like he dropped off, so it's just us.
Lorne's not on the line any longer?
That's a whole
No, I
lot.
don't
Horses,
think so.
cows,
Hang on,
pigs,
let me
turkeys, goats, sheep, llamas, alpacas, small flock of sheep and alpacas for spinning, and my milk cow. That's a lot, Rhoda. I like that. That's cool.
Okay, yeah, it looks like he dropped off.
Okay. I'm sure this has been very difficult for you. I know that it's not easy to have to contend with these issues, but as long as Lauren's not on the line, I'd like to be perfectly candid with you, because I love
Candid.
if I can, if you'll allow it, and if you're if you want to hear what I have to say.
Yeah, happy birthday, Euro.
Just off the record, I mean, I just think you can do a lot better than him. I just think you can do so much better for him than him. I look at you in your situation. You're young, you're professional, you're a beautiful girl, very attractive, and you come from a good family.
I think one of my favorite Lorne things is when he fucking when he mutes himself, but then he comes back like he's like, oh, I'm here, I can hear you. And he just totally fucking ruins the plan.
You're a successful professional. You're outgoing. You're warm. You're a wonderful person, and I think that you need to take some time and see what it's like to have.
I just
show you.
Hold on. I just got a notification that I got a subscriber by the name of the Lorne Gunman. Oh God. This is okay, when it gets like past midnight, that's when I get really fucking weird. So this is gonna be like a fun live stream.
What a full relationship can look like, all of the purposes and benefits that go along with that, emotional and physical. And we talked about these. Your mom talked about a couple of friends.
Euro, that is so funny. The Lorne Gunman. I fucking love that Euro. Oh my God, it's the witching hour. It's just gonna be fucking weird. It'd be weird and reveal myself as 30 frogs in a trench coat.
That you have here that you have the surgeon.
Oh man, the therapist could be like an underwear model or something.
That these are young professionals, successful, and they're closer in age to you, and probably intellectually have more to offer you than Lauren would. And I would even say,
everyone.
I mean, if we're just speaking off the record here,
there's my
someone like me, I could even, I mean, obviously, I didn't have to come after I settled my affairs with your parents, and there's a medical relief that's involved that discharges you and your family as my client and that sort of thing. But after something like that, I'd be willing to spend some time with you, professionally, of course, and just sort of show you what it's like to be with someone who's more in your league. And, go out to dinner, things like that, and be purely platonic, of course. Is that something you'd be interested
Mother-daughter?
at some point?
No yawning.
Well,
I'm yawning because I was up talking to people all night instead of talking to Lorne.
Like, I know.
I mean,
I have a question. I have a question, and don't think that I'm I'm just asking it off the record because I heard that a lot of
Mom, do you like your grand toad right here?
You therapists who.
I see nothing wrong with cuddling and caressing.
Actually,
I don't even know if Mom can hear me right now. She said she can't hear. But when she can hear, I want to know how she thinks about this picture of her grand toad.
That you
Who is so special? Who is so important?
More skilled in what you do But like, is that like?
Oh no, 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 no! I don't do that.
Like,
No,
are you
no, I'm not.
married or are you pretending to be?
Are you
No,
pretending to
I'm
be
married,
married?
of course. 11, mostly wonderful years. It's not always perfect, you know. I mean, we have our ups and downs, as any couple does. You know. I won't lie. There are times when I get frustrated with the situation.
What's the
and
matter with
wish
Mom? Is she
that I
okay?
had a diversion
She says
myself.
her
You
phone
know,
is fucked up, so
I
she has
miss
to
the
get on
single
her
life
laptop.
sometimes, but I think that's normal for anybody that's been married any length of time. I don't think that's material here. But
Grand,
no, I'm not.
Grand,
No, you're my patient.
Grand Toad is Grand Toad's thirsty. Oh, I'm like gonna start crying. I'm laughing so hard.
I would never. I'm not trying to take advantage of you or put you in a compromising position or anything like that. You know,
Ram
what I offer
baby.
is for your benefit.
Okay, because yeah, I was.
Toad looks serious. She always looks like that, and that's the thing. It's so weird because frogs usually like look real chill and happy, but like they don't want you touching them whatsoever. But then toads, like they look all grumpy, but like I can hold her. I can hold this toad for a while and she don't care. Sound quality on this call is kind of hard to hear. Yeah, I don't. Let me turn it up a little more. The sound quality is kind of to begin with.
Wondering if you guys do that because I have I wouldn't really call him a friend, but he's more of an acquaintance, and he's a therapist, and I shouldn't say he pretends to be married, but he tries to lead that on that, like he wears. Well, I guess he does
Toad's
pretend to wear to
Toad's
be
got two nieces your age.
married. He wears a ring, and he has pictures on his desk of like him and his sister, kind of like obviously not kissing or like doing anything.
The gecko doesn't like to be held, which is pretty unusual for them. The toad, it's the world who sneezes two tadpoles here. God damn it! I'm still laughing at these fucking. Uh, yeah, this is the therapist call. That is really weird. I thought geckos were real chill with being held.
Like that, but just having fun, kind of to lead you to believe that he's married because he's because he's a family therapist, and so he doesn't.
That's right. Well, no, that's not. That's a terrible violation of the.
Yo, I love Sam Pendleton, but he is just crunchy. He is crunchy robot in this call.
I would never even dream of doing like that. I think it's different if, look, we're living in the modern age, and the dynamics of a married relationship are somewhat different in a lot of cases than they used to be. There are a lot of couples that are open about interests outside the marriage they may have, and if it's
Yo, my god.
agreed upon within the marriage,
what are you putting face makeup on? Oh god. Here, hold on. I have like a. It's like a gum container. It's empty, so I can't shake it.
And anyway, I don't mean to. I mean, I didn't mean to come on too strong. I hope I did not. It would be doing it for your benefit. I mean, it's not to say I wouldn't enjoy myself too, but it's purely platonic, purely for to sort of get you on the right foot in terms of exploring the options
Kelp
that you
makeup.
have, right around you. And I think that would be good for you. It's just something to consider.
It's interesting. Like, I mean, it's like I don't know how to describe it. Yeah, my
Face pills. God. Everything is way too fucking funny right now.
This whole thing has kind of brought everybody together, and it's really
just like Lorne has brought us all together.
odd.
Well, I
how.
think
Hmm?
it might be good for your family and friends to, see you spending time with a successful professional who had your best interest at the forefront of his intentions, and that could be good for them. It could sort of ease some of the friction from what this Lauren situation has done for the family dynamic, and kind of bring
I
everybody
bought a
back
face
into
cream
a
containing
better place,
kelp, and it made me
happier,
think of kelp
more
pill.
positive place mentally.
Face kelp!
You know what I mean? Maybe sort of mollify some of the data sites
Fake up!
that
Fake up!
unhealthy relationship had on those dynamics.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm very happy that like my friends and family are coming together. I just don't like the reason and the way that it's happened. I mean,
So is Lauren still on this call?
I'm not used to all this attention being on me, and with my parents showing up at random times, and with my friends showing up at random times, and with people calling each other and stuff like that, it's brought my family and friends closer. Albeit, I'm sure I'm going to hear a lot more about the surgeon and about the retail guy you referred to. He's my neighbor. I'm sure I'm
Oh,
going to
so
hear
there's
more
the
about
neighbor,
them
and
in
there's the doctor, and now there's the therapist.
terms of, well, Ramona, these guys are perfect for you, but honestly, it's nothing I can't handle, but um,
So,
I'm
my advice to you is that you're young and you're free and you're
He's pretending he's listening in the... Oh.
beautiful girl.
Okay, that's what I figured. I'm just waiting for Lauren to bust in like, well, I'm listening to everything.
You obviously have a keen fashion sense. You always look dynamite whenever I've...
Also, like, I don't know why Lauren thinks that, like, Ramona is, like, gonna cheat on him with the therapist, considering he can hear how she's talking to him now. Like, yeah, Lauren is showing remarkable... Maybe they have him on forced mute, like he can't unmute himself.
Seen you, and you have a confidence and an air of self-possession that's very attractive. It's even sexy, I'd say, if you understand what I mean. And look, if I'm being perfectly honest, you're the kind of person that I would pursue if I weren't married, and maybe even if I was, under the right circumstances. Purely hypothetically speaking, of course.
I think this is, I know this call is, like, really fucking long, and I don't intend on playing, like, every single part of the call. But, we do know that Lauren at some point is like, you went out to get coffee with your fucking therapist? And it's like, yeah? I mean, it's not, like, the worst. Let's see, there's 1, and then it's 2 hours, 3 hours. Wait, hold on. 59, 51. So they're about 50 minutes each, so it's like an 8-hour call. Yeah, a clever guy.
But I think you need to take these compliments and understand that if I see you
I think it's the
way,
painkillers from her knee injury. That's possible.
Others do as well.
Speaking of knee injury, I scraped my knee the other day. I really need a doctor to come touch my knee to look at it.
Which means that you have a lot of options right around you.
It is. Yep. It is. Lauren is probably burning up inside right now. He's so mad.
I want to say something off the record. It's just between you and me. That I hope won't offend you. But this Lauren, he's kind of a loser. I think he's a dead end. And he needs that.
But, we were...
Walks around hard all the time. Yeah, I stubbed my toe. I need a doctor to come look at my toe.
he and I were just talking. He's got a chance to make a lot of money.
What's a lot of money for him?
Um, I don't know what a lot is for him, but I really, now that I think about it, I really don't know
No, that's what I'm saying.
what
I mean, you have to put.
what do you
Is
consider
Mr.
to be a
Squeak going to
lot?
get jealous from the doctor touching your
Well,
knee?
I'll put it this way: it's
I'm gonna get Dan to touch my knee.
August, and I've already cleared 6 figures 2 times over, and that's after taxes.
I'm jealous. I don't.
No.
I wish to be you.
But I'm saying, if you were with someone like me, then you could partake in that success as well. Doesn't that sound good?
Speaking of Mr. Squeak, he actually messaged me and he was like, "Where are you?" Aw.
Don't you want something like that for yourself?
I mean, I do. I mean,
Well,
I
therapist,
do
he could make your
appreciate
bank account look like shit.
things that
It's Mr. Squeak. I'm gonna have Dan touch my knee off the verge.
I don't want to say the things that money can buy. I mean, I have money, but I do appreciate the things that financial security and success can provide. I mean, I think everyone.
Lorne fears the horse stink.
You know, you deserve a man who will dress you well and feed you well and show you how enjoyable a life like that can be.
If I remember correctly, the rest of this call isn't fucking as robotic.
Vacations. And,
like Alonzo, wait, where are you?
home and,
Nah,
nice car.
He goes to sleep earlier than I do. He usually goes to sleep at like 10 o'clock, like 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I guess he got up to go to the bathroom and he's like, where's Cyber Squeak at?
It's not all about material possessions, of course. But the larger point I'm making is that you deserve a quality of life not only physically, not only financially, but emotionally. You deserve someone who can, who's stable, who can provide. You know, you have to look at it.
The little emojis.
How old is Lorne? What is he? I thought I got my papers here. Somebody's 48 or 49, something like that. 47.
I feel like a cyber stalker
Yeah.
staying up late listening to you. It's, I mean, I can't sleep, you can't sleep, nobody can sleep, it's fine. We're all awake hanging out.
So, you've got a guy who's almost 50 years old, who doesn't have any financial foundation, doesn't have a career, doesn't have any prospects for one because he's not educated. He's a convict, a felon, rather. He's got some obvious behavioral issues and tendencies that are very
Oh, I just want Lauren to bust back in
not
so
only are
bad.
they unhealthy, but they're unsafe for you. And you talk about going to meet this person.
Mini syllables!
I mean, he's...
I was just talking about, well, not just talking about you, but I was talking about you earlier. I was telling everybody to watch your video, because it was really good. I really liked your interview, and I liked how, it was just it was a very well-made video.
He can't travel to you. He doesn't have any money. So you'd have to go to him. Now you're venturing into his world. You don't know anybody in that world. You don't know what kind of guy this is. And, you know, what if he has one too many one night while you're there and he decides to take his anger out on you in person?
Well,
Aw, thank you, mini syllables. Precious little princess. Now, hold on. So, I have to tell you about this. So, when you streamed with my mom, I told Mom about this and how much you fucking made me laugh during that stream. But I think my absolute favorite moment during that stream when you were streaming with my mom was when you were talking about how Lauren's thought processes with his girlfriends are, and how and you pretty much were like, well, when we're in love, you think about each other naked all the time, and I just absolutely lost my shit. Oh, it was so fucking funny, and I wanted to tell you how funny I thought that was. quoting it to my mom a lot.
Say this, and he doesn't like it, and he says that his therapist doesn't like it, but to me, this seems like the only viable um, option in terms of me going up there. I said I need for him, and so far it's been 2 weeks. So we're 2 weeks into this, but I told
Minnie made so many important things clear in that video. I feel confident anyone outside the community can get the full picture. Exactly. Like, I doubt that, like, the entirety of YouTube is gonna be like, ooh, TCAP community drama. But I mean, if somebody stumbled into the community and they were just like, what's this whole Joran thing going on? I think I'm streaming with your mom again tomorrow. Oh, that'll be so much fun.
him, I need for you to go 3 months without drinking or 3 months without screaming at me. I gave him a list of things that I needed him to do in order for me to be willing to be comfortable enough to come down there. I was honest with him, and I did tell him that he does scare me, and that.
Well, this, do you know what fear is, Ramona?
Hmm.
You know what fear is?
What's fear?
It's nature's way of telling you you're in a situation you shouldn't be in and to get out. That's what fear is.
But
So
see,
if you're fearful, then that's the universe trying to tell you something.
But see, and that's why I told him. I said, I need you to not drink. I need you to not for 3 months. And I told him for three.
How would you know if he does or he doesn't?
It really was a solid summary. Like I said, like I commented on the actual video. It was a very well done video, and it was very professional. Yeah, the audio on these are hot fire. If I remember correctly, they get a little better as it go on, but I'm gonna stream this in parts. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here for 8 hours streaming this.
Because here's the thing.
Maybe I will one day. Who knows? Maybe I'll get bored enough to just be like, alright guys, we're streaming for 8 whole hours. But not tonight, because I started streaming because I was awake, and now I'm actually getting tired, but I'm gonna finish this call.
Every time he has ever gotten drunk, he has flooded my phone with hundreds and hundreds of abusive text messages, with tens of abusive voicemails, and and he's called me repeatedly, and if I am in a situation where I can answer
Oh god, I could call it Cyberthon. I'll have to next time I have a vacation off from school, I will do a Cyberthon, because this week I had vacation off from school. I have to go back next week though. No, I'll plan it. I'll do it at some point. Listening. If I'm quiet, it's because I'm drawing me and your mom is back. Oh my god. Oh my god. That is amazing. Babsman and Robman. you have to stay up all night with ass. It's quality time together. Squeak up on. Yeah, no, or maybe I could do it on like a Friday. I don't have Squeak Fest. Squeak stock instead of quad stock. No, I don't have school on Fridays, so maybe I'll plan something next Friday. If I don't have like copious amounts of homework, maybe Friday, like midday, or no, I can do the morning, because then I can finish up by dinner time.
I've been verbally abused, and so those are my clues into whether or not.
You're trying to talk him up into a best case scenario where he doesn't get drunk and abuse you. I mean, how healthy can this relationship be?
Cyberpalooza Squeak Week.
Talk him up to that level of behavior.
Well, tell me if you agree with this, because this is the list that I gave him. I'm going through and looking for it. This is the list that I gave him. I have it. Okay, so
if I did like an 8-hour stream, what would you guys want to see on that? Just like TCAP, true crime? Because I could do like a shit ton of true crime stuff I've had on the back burner.
Let me see.
Squeak weak. Oh no, shit. Hold on. I think I was here.
I figured.
Well, here's the problem with it. The list is fine in the sense that it's a.
You need Skype. We were gonna prank call you. Well, listen here. Us kids don't use Skype anymore. Get with the times. We all use Discord now.
Great. It's an exemplary template.
I accidentally skipped ahead, so I skipped back to the best of my ability.
Should act all the time. Anyway, now the problem with the situation is threefold. The first problem with it is that if he's the kind of guy that you have to give an ultimatum to in order to get him to stop doing those things, that's a bad guy. He should never have done any of those things to start with. And the fact that he has multiple times, I mean, it's
how about that interview with that grandma who killed someone is totally jubilant about it. I'll have to, let's see, I wanted to do Michael Drea, I wanted to do, hold on, Richard Beach. There was a couple things I wanted to cover, I forget the name, let me check my email. I wanted to do Michael Drea, and I wanted to do this other case. Go in my Squeak email real quick. Susan Powell, that's the other case I wanted to do. Richard V. Chase. Let me write all this. Let me get a pen and a paper.
Draw up an arrangement with him to get him to stop doing those things is very, very troubling.
I'll put this on my notes.
Here's the second. When you tell
I don't have paper.
that he needs to be good because if he's not good, Santa Claus won't come. You're teaching a child that good behavior is
Santa Claus.
Is that rewards are a function of good behavior, that societal outcomes are a function of good behavior. Okay, but the child is not.
You're too much of a sweetheart.
Because he wants to be intrinsically good. He's only doing it to get the reward. He's doing it for the wrong reason. His focus is in the wrong place. Now, with a kid, it's fine. This is how we teach good behavior in children until they're old enough, where we can communicate the meta reasons for why good behavior is so important. But when you're dealing with a grown man and you have to offer him an incentive, then
Mitchell Blair, she's a Detroit woman who tortured her 2 kids to death and hid their... Ooh. That one sounds rough. I personally wouldn't have a problem covering it, though. Alright, so let's see. I want to do Michael... Dre... Yeah. I'm writing this down real quick so I don't forget about it. Murdering Granny. Let's see. Susan Powell. Let's see. Mitchell. No, not Blair. Alright, that's 4. That could... She the one who claimed she killed her daughter because she was sexually abusing her son. I don't remember, actually. Squeaky, you said the Lori Vallow case. I'm officially your aunt? Alright, that's fine. Serious trigger warning if you want to look into it. That's the worst case I've ever heard. Oh, I've done Chris Watts. I'd absolutely fucking love covering it. You know what? I'll write Chris Watts in there again, because I love covering that case for some reason. It's weird. It's like... It's one of those cases where you're just like... Bruh. And it's so hard to wrap your head around. But I always come back to it. It's just like Lorne. I always come back to fucking Lorne. I always come back to the Chris Watts case. Let's see. Lori Vallow. I'll look into that too. Same metal button. For some reason, I don't know what it was, but the Chris Watts case was just... I think because there was so much of it covered, like, via, like, the camera footage from the cop, that you're just like... Oh, let's see, the... Papin sisters. No, not the Payne sisters, damn. Doing this on my phone. My big old jitterbug. Cynthia. Thank you. Thank you, Michael. Cynthia. Baka. When predators really creep me out, I think it's because they aren't as common. Yeah. No, but yeah, thinking either next Friday or the Friday after that, I can set up like a Cyber Squeak power hour and just go through all these cases and see where that gets me. That'll probably get me, let's see. So like maybe about an hour, hour and a half per case. That probably. Oh, that sounds like a hard case. I might have to cover that one last so that like, ugh.
In addition to the problem I just outlined before, he's not
Lori
doing
Vallow has a bunch of bodies she's connected with. She joined a doomsday cult. Her just. Oh, that's why her name sounded so familiar, Rhoda. I heard about that. I remember that. There's a channel I watch called That Chapter, and I remember watching his video where he covered that, and then like a week after I watched that, they found the body. Yes. Oh, it took me. I had to like hear. There's so many true crime cases that I know about, that it just completely went over my head. But I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
the right reasons. He should want to not be verbally abusive, because being verbally abusive is a terrible thing for a man to be, especially to a woman. He should want to give up drinking because it makes him a worse person and it puts him and other people in danger. Okay? And to give him this ultimatum is to...
That chapter is a good channel. I really like his content, and he's just like, he's just real chill, and like he handles the cases like there was a video I watched from him, like, let me see what it's called, because it actually made me really fucking mad. Stephanie Harlow has a good... I've seen her a couple times. Let's see. YouTube. Oh, Cyber Squeak is streaming. I wonder who that is. Alright. The video was called The Case of Sandra Melgar. That made me so angry, because it's like, they're like, oh yeah, you killed your husband. She didn't even have the physical strength because she was disabled. Ugh! I want that case revisited so fucking bad, because after I saw that, like, I almost started crying out of, like, frustration and out of, like, just, I felt so bad for her. Alright, precious hero. Yeah. Tree. It's because he's Irish, I think. Sandra was found guilty, which really fucking bothers me, because it's like I said, she was disabled to the point where she physically didn't have the strength to kill her husband. She was tied up, which the prosecution was like, well, look, she can, like, totally tie herself up, but it's just, from what I understand, the knots were too tight for her to have done it herself. Text your brother tomorrow. He's leaving. Okay, I will. Oh, it's just that case makes me so mad. And, like, she had a history of seizures and blacking out, and they were like, oh, you blacked out conveniently when the crime was happening? It's like, bruh, she has a condition. She has a condition that makes her pass out. This case makes me so mad. I mean, as you could hear, I'm fuming. This is gonna wake me right the fuck back up, because I'll be so mad about this goddamn case. Ugh. Alright, I'm gonna play a little more of this Lauren call so I can, like, not absolutely have an aneurysm about that fucking case.
Not only subtly reinforce that action reward dynamic that's so wonky, it's out of place.
Cyber fumes. I really like that. If I ever cover that case, I'm gonna call it cyber fumes.
Um, the basis on
Oh
which
my god, many syllables.
Learns to behave properly, but as long as
cyber rage, yeah,
you'll be the reason that he breaks the rules. Right? If things go south, well, then he's back to drinking and being abusive.
Yeah, what do you mean I'll be the reason he breaks the rules?
Because the health of your relationship.
Mom can tell you when something pisses me off. It's usually not a ton of things that piss me off, but I get pissed off at injustice pretty easily.
The tone of the relationship, of your relationship with him, will be the nexus for whether or not he does the things he needs to do to improve. When a person is looking to affect an inner change, an inward change, a personal change to become a better person, if the motivation is not the intrinsic value and worth of being a better person,
Lauren's intrinsic value is to get vagina.
It's really dangerous when the impetus for that change is a relationship with another person, because if things, say you're to have a bad stretch in your relationship with him, right? Well, that could demotivate him.
I only get pissed off when people do things that piss me off.
Drink to excess or to pursue these behaviors that he seems to have a hard time not doing in a way that's especially excessive or dangerous. This is why situations where a person is working to give up a vice or a tendency, a bad tendency or a bad habit to please another person rarely works out because the motivation is wrong to start with. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense?
I have two questions. Thing one is, would you call him an alcoholic?
I only get violent. I only get violent when I get verbal, and when I think I'm being fucked with.
Well, I can't make a determination like that.
The therapist sounds like an underwear model.
Based on the clinical definition for what an alcoholic is, I just don't have the insight. That's an evaluation that requires a level of access that I don't have with him, and I'm not his therapist, so it's not my place to say.
I can say it. He's an alcoholic.
That tendency. He certainly exhibits.
You work out your frustration by chopping wood in the backyard.
Proclivity on it.
We already have a huge wood pile. It came with the house. It's weird.
His part to drink to excess. I think the odds are that he's an alcoholic. I would be more surprised to learn that he's not one.
Now, how would you define alcoholic?
Well, an alcoholic is broadly speaking just a person for whom alcohol is inappropriately or unhealthily significant part of their lives. It can take many forms. It can be some people, we have what we call functional alcoholics, which is to say
he must be passed out or his Bluetooth is dead.
Carry on the day-to-day activities of a normal life, such as working a job and having a
he's an alcoholic, which means he hates alcohol.
Social life and that sort of thing. But in order for them to feel normal or to feel comfortable in their own skin, they have to consume an excessive amount of alcohol. Broadly speaking,
fire hazard, honestly.
So that what I've just described would be someone who is alcohol dependent.
Which toad is that a pick-up? That's an insult to toads. Hold on, let me find like the ugliest frog I can find.
Someone who abuses alcohol.
I already know which one that is.
Say somebody who specifically drinks to excess because they enjoy the feeling of being out of control, and they enjoy exhibiting the behavior that a person does when they've consumed to excess. There's a lot of times it's not a clean division. These are arbitrary distinctions that we make. So lots of people exhibit tendencies of both. Based on what I know about Lorne, I think
this frog looks like Lorne. Hold on.
Which is
find a good picture.
He drinks frequently, the last 2 weeks notwithstanding. In other words, drinking is a part of his regular routine. So there's a dependence there. There seems to be a dependence there. But he drinks to excess, and that's the abuse part. That's the abuse component of it. And of course, when he drinks to excess and then he becomes abusive and violent, verbally violent, and possibly physically violent. We don't know. I don't know. So
he said he would be.
He said he would be.
He said he would.
I look like I'm in my 30s.
Well, of course he said that. I would say that too if I were trying to get you to come see me. Yeah, that doesn't really. I mean, you have to look at his behavior and his tendencies. He's getting mad at me for making reference to Pat's mistakes, but the reason I
Nick just walked in, saw this pic, and started laughing hysterically.
I'm trying to establish a character.
Oh, God.
A character sketch, and the way that you do that is by looking at consistent patterns of behavior and evaluating women and that sort of thing, and that's what I was doing with him. So I don't know if he meets the clinical definitions for what an alcoholic is, but his behavior is certainly moving in that direction, and it certainly wouldn't surprise me if, upon being evaluated, the determination were made.
He is very ugly.
Now, so now, like, I know you said that he leans. Or that you
frog scooter. I've got another ugly frog. Hold on.
But I mean, he has not had a drink in 2 weeks.
I know me some ugly.
Like,
well, look.
You called
AA gives out awards for.
You called that frog beautiful, and I'm just. I love when he gets mad about that.
Going a year without drinking. I'm not. Before you can go a year without drinking, you got to go 2 weeks. I'm not completely disregarding the significance of going 2 weeks without alcohol, but people do that all the time. Alcoholics do that all the time. That doesn't necessarily mean anything at all. And I might add that you don't know that he's gone 2 weeks. I think it's admirable that you want to trust him, that you want to believe you can trust him, but it's perhaps a little naive at the same time. If all you have to go on is his word, and he's
I love you.
Unreliable in the past, I'm not sure how much weight that holds.
I mean, I will say, based on the fact that I have not gotten
YouTube is pretty dumb about censoring Rotos.
Text and repeated.
Also, I don't have any moderators in the chat, so it's not like anybody is like moderating Rhoda's beautiful sentences.
Pause. Honestly, if he is drinking, I would say he's probably having somebody hold his.
I can probably find another ugly frog.
His behavior in the last 2 weeks does not suggest that he's had any drinks to me.
I don't know if you know this or not, but there are apps you can get for your phone that will shut down the text feature.
Do you think he pretends he's going on a trip and need another password?
Have a tendency to send drunk text. So,
is that
for
real? But I will say
he's
this
got
again, in his defense,
he's got blue eyes,
he,
almost the same color as his precious princesses.
He has what he calls it like a burn phone, where it's like just a regular flip phone, and because his probation officer has his phone, so he just has like a regular like throwaway type phone, and so I don't think he even knows what an app is. So
Yeah,
he
subdomini,
can't.
subdomini syllables.
I don't know. All I'm saying is that you
See,
have to look at all possible
my mom,
options and all possibilities.
my mom, my mom has everybody as moderators. I have no one. That's how we differ. I'm not even a moderator.
In the light of what you know about him, I mean, this is true of any relationship, and it's especially advantageous for him, or potentially could be, for there to be so much physical distance between the two of you, because you really don't have any way of knowing. But I would say that even if he has been clean for 2 weeks, that doesn't carry a whole lot of weight.
A whole lot.
Being able to look at the situation and say that this person has had a real sea change in terms of the way they behave or live and that sort of thing. I mean, 2 weeks is not a long time. And I would add, again, I mean, I'll remind you of something I said earlier, which is that in order for him to have stopped drinking, he has to have started first. And I'm not terribly impressed with
Hold on, let me figure it.
a guy for whom
Lord
no
Armstrong
longer
and the
abusing
Cornville
his girlfriend
Mafia.
verbally is an accomplishment. I would prefer that you be with someone who never abused you verbally to start with. And I think you deserve that. And I think that you need to believe that for yourself. I mean, it's fine for me I can tell you that, but ultimately you've got to determine that that's true for yourself. And it won't be something that's actionable, something that you can actually act on until you believe it. I think you deserve better than what this guy can offer you at his best, and I don't think you've gotten anything close to his best. Does that make sense?
Now I have a question though. Okay, so I did,
If Mom tells me to do it, I have to do it.
We're 2.5 weeks. Oh, now I'm echoing.
Meow.
And I would point out something that you told me a few minutes ago as well that I meant to discuss earlier, but then we got off track, which is that
It has been
he's
done.
already violated the terms of this arrangement you made. You said he's already broken the rules multiple times. Now, he may have been good and clean for the last 2 weeks, but even in the presence of an incentive,
I felt a peer
he's shown
pressure.
an inability to adhere to the parameters of the agreement. That's very troubling.
Now,
It says that he doesn't have any impulse control.
Now, my question now is, okay, so we're 2 weeks into this next 3 months thing, so 3 months
LORP-sided.
started
I love
on,
that. I love LORP-sided.
So we're 2 weeks into it. So 3 months started again on the, on the 27th of July.
Just mini mod. She's gonna
so that's
ban everybody from the.
and then 2, yeah.
14, 4 plus, so it's, yeah, 14
So
divided 2 weeks.
today makes, for me, technically Friday. Today makes,
A mini raider.
15 days, but
So
technically
precious.
2 weeks if you go based on like it being Thursday. So, but so 15 weeks or 15 days, 2 weeks. So we're 2 weeks into the 3 months. So now, going based on that. So what was it? July 27th. So, August, September, October. So we're looking at.
We'll interview anyone who
September,
swears in
October.
this chat.
So
Alright,
we're
hold on.
looking at the weekend of the 27th.
I did it. I
down
sweared.
now, assuming that, he doesn't get drunk or anything in that time. Do you think it is possible that he's going to be able to go another 2.5 months? Because that was, because that's the arrangement where we're at now.
Duty.
No, I don't think it's possible, but even if it were possible,
Welcome to my chat.
I would say it's immaterial.
I promise there's context as to why I just said PP in the chat.
You should go and see him.
You think he's going to get drunk in this 2.5 months?
Yeah, if I were putting money on it, of course.
Oh my god. Interview
Have you ever known him
with
not to get drunk in a
Cybersqueak
3
dropping
month span?
You mean pee
No.
hole?
There you go.
Oh god. god. That's the end of that call. Oh my god. Oh shit, Metal Button's gonna yell at me again. Alright, we're all gonna say swear words in the chat now. Test out mini syllables modding powers. I think I'm actually getting tired, which is what I intended for this stream. So, yay. Hold on, I'll get this ugly ass dude, this ugly ass frog off the screen. There we go. When you were saying pee-pee in the chat, did you feel that that was appropriate behavior? I love you. Yeah, I think I'm getting ready to sign off, cause, I'm getting pretty tired. I love you too. My precious mom. Titty caca. Fuck. But yeah, I think either like next week or the week after that I'll try out, from the next blank, you're blank. I think, I think after, well, let's see, next week, I, like, can't even talk, I'm tired. Next week or the week after, try out the Cyber Squeak streamathon, see how that goes.